Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at Japanese donburi or mixed rice bowls. Donburi is a Japanese rice bowl dish which can consist of fish, meat, vegetables, or other ingredients which are simmered in a Japanese soup stock known as dashi. When it comes to donburi, my favorites are Oyakodon and chicken Katsudon. Both are chicken and rice bowls, one made with cooked pieces of chicken in the stock and one with the addition of fried chicken cutlets. So let's get straight into the recipe. First of all, we need 2 cups of Japanese rice. And Japanese rice is a short grain that requires some soaking time. So rinse it really well and then soak it for at least 30 minutes before cooking it according to package instructions. Usually you need 1¼ cups of water for every 1 cup of rice. Next we have 400 grams of small bite-sized pieces of boneless chicken breast here. You can also use chicken thigh. To this add the white only of 1 egg and reserve the egg yolk. Mix this well and make sure the chicken pieces here are very small bite size. This is for the Oyakodon. So did you know that the oyako in Oyakodon actually means parent and child, referencing the chicken and egg that is used in this dish, and don refers to the bowl in which it is served. So next, I'm also going to make some chicken katsu or chicken cutlets. For this, we need 500 grams of chicken breast, and I've actually pounded it using a meat mallet so that it's flattened, much like you would do for a chicken schnitzel. And to this, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper powder. Rub this well into the chicken pieces and just set that aside until it's time to actually fry up the cutlets. Next, we're going to take a look at how to make the soup stock for the Oyakodon. Usually, dashi stock is used and ready-made dashi powder is available in the supermarket, and there's several varieties. 2 of the more popular ones are Katsudon dashi, made from dried bonito flakes, and kombu dashi, which is made from dried kelp. There's also a vegetable version of dashi if you'd like that one. And if you don't want to use dashi, you can always make your own homemade soup stock, seasoned to your liking. So here I've got my stock pot with 4 to 5 cups of the simmering stock. Make sure you taste it and the taste is to your liking, because this is the base of the Oyakodon stock, and you're only going to love your Oyakodon if you love the taste of your soup stock. So next we need some additional flavor enhancers for this stock. We're adding 1 tablespoon of sake, or you can use a non-alcoholic substitute, 3 tablespoons of mirin or its suitable substitute, as well as 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. Please check the link in the description for all possible substitutes for these ingredients. Next, we've chopped up 1 or 2 white or yellow onions. You can use 1 or 2 depending on the size of your onions. The stock has come to a nice boil. Add a little bit more extra water if you feel the need to do so. And then we're going to add in our sliced onions. Now you'll notice the onions are not sliced too thinly. They're just medium sliced onions. We can add all the onions, and this adds a wonderful flavor to this soup stock. I don't like to separate the onions too much by stirring it too vigorously. And to this, we're going to add the egg white coated chicken pieces. Just give it a single swirl, and then we're going to cover this and simmer for 8 to 10 minutes till the chicken is cooked tender. You don't want to overcook that chicken. Meanwhile, I have 3 eggs in a bowl here, and we're just going to beat this lightly. We want to break up the egg yolks into the mixture, but you don't want to beat the eggs too much. That's about right. And our chicken is cooked. It's been around 8 to 10 minutes. In stock, we're going to pour in the lightly beaten eggs at this stage. Just pour it all around. And then we're going to give it a stir once again, very gently. Cover and cook for an additional 1 minute, and then switch off the heat. So basically, our Oyakodon broth is ready at this stage. Delicious onion, egg, and chicken soup. It's a really comforting dish, and later we're going to pour this over our rice bowl. So keep it covered till we're ready to do that. Meanwhile, I have 2 eggs here, and I have also added the reserved yolk from earlier. Beat this really well and set that aside. And for the chicken katsu, we also have 1 cup of plain flour, to coat the cutlets, and 1 cup of Panko breadcrumbs. So what we're going to do, we're going to take those marinated chicken cutlets and we're just going to dredge them in the plain flour first. Make sure that you coat all those cracks as well. Shake off all the excess powder and then dip it into the egg wash. Again, allow any excess egg wash to fall off before you coat them with the Panko breadcrumbs. Very simple. And once our chicken cutlets are coated, we can fry them, shallow fry them in a pan. I like to do 1 cutlet at a time. Make sure your oil is not too hot. As it warms up, we're going to place the chicken cutlet. This needs to cook slowly on a moderate sizzle so that the chicken cooks through to the center. Once one side is nice and golden, flip over and cook the second side. Sometimes you might need to flip it over a 3rd time. Once it's evenly cooked, we can remove to a tray lined with kitchen paper towel. And here I have my 3 cutlets ready. Once the chicken cutlets have rested briefly, we can slice them into portions. So for chicken katsudon, these breaded chicken cutlets are actually added to a similar broth like we made for the Oyakodon without the additional chicken pieces. And the fried chicken is briefly simmered in that same stock and then poured over the rice. But at my place, we prefer regular Oyakodon with just a couple of the chicken katsu per person. So you can make it according to your liking. Now we're ready to serve this. To a bowl, we've added a small portion of rice. Don't add too much rice because you might find it difficult to finish. This is a very hearty dish. And then pour over plenty of that soup stock with the onions and egg and the chicken. And then to garnish, we have Mitsuba, which is a type of Japanese wild parsley. It's very mild in scent, and we're going to garnish this with that. And our Oyakodon is ready. And if you're a fan of Katsudon, you can also make this Oyakodon and just place the chicken katsu over the top, and that's delicious as well. Totally optional, but delicious. So I hope you give the recipe a try. Do let me know in the comment section what is your favorite Japanese dish, and connect with me on social media. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.